Alrighty, guys, I'm back. Let me just make sure I'm back real quick. It's supposed to be live, so let's see. Alrighty, yep, I am live. So welcome, guys, back to Roblox. As you can see probably by the title of this little live stream I'll do for you, it's just gonna be a little review real quick on what I discovered on this amazing room. And you can probably see it already says RO-Scale. Which RO-Scale do you guys think it is? From what I can tell you, it's not this one, Ultimate Rails. It is not this one. This one I cannot play on my PlayStation because it is not apparently built for it wasn't built for console. But I seen this one on YouTube. I think this is based on Tehachapi Pass, aka UP's Mojave sub. Um, which goes from Tehachapi to Mojave. Um, so no, it's not this one. Is it the Felina subdivision? Nope, because apparently this one was not built for a console either. Although it looks like it's got some good graphics and updated stuff like CPKC and the CSX heritage units. But nope, that's not it. It is this one. RO-Scale, The Warehouse USA. Right off the bat, as you can probably see on what it says on this picture, this one has got to be the best RO-Scales I've ever seen. And the best part, everything is for free. I will show you guys in a minute once I get into it. So, and they're constantly updating the room too. So, let the magic begin. And I will show you guys what it looks like. So, I guess RO-Scale stands for basically train set stuff. Um, but yes, welcome to RO-Scale, the warehouse. So, if you guys have never seen this lobby before, basically, here's what I'll tell you. So, right off the bat, you spawn in this little empty room, right? And this is where you can actually exit the room. Where you just go through that door. To the first door you meet to the right of you is a little parts and service area. Okay, I'm saying that like I'm playing Five Nights at Freddy's, but I'm not. It's a little storage room, I guess, area where they fix broken down little train cars and stuff. You got trucks. This is based on like a train set. It's like HO-Scale, for instance. I'll say that's like the best one. HO-Scale is what I have. However, these ones are this is not even HO-Scale, but I call it HO-Scale. And you can also see that there is a working dispatcher room. That's the highlight. That's the highlight of this whole room. The dispatcher room. You can actually dispatch. Okay? It's a really big dispatcher board. As you can see, it stretches all the way from one corner of the wall to the other, and then kind of on a separate wall. That's also the highlight for me. But then once you enter this room, through this room, the warehouse, it's pure beauty. Look at this warehouse room. Take a good look at how big the train sets are. Look at the trackage. Look at the local industries, man. And you can hear some of them rolling around, but they aren't. Just added for background noise. But look at how big the warehouse is. And everything works. Everything works. The dispatcher room actually works. I'll show you guys how to operate the dispatcher room in a minute. It's an older style. Of course, not computers, like how they have nowadays. Best part, again, everything is free. This was created by Studio 311. And I gotta say, you guys, y'all did a fantastic job. The engine noises, the models, everything is fantastic. You have 15 plus industries in this whole entire room you can work. You can work. There's 3 passenger stations. One of them's up here at this yard called LY. This is LY yard. This is the freight yard, and then this yard is for Amtrak. This is a little Amtrak facility. So, the first station you see when you come to this vending machine, this is also the train spawner. Where you get all these locomotives and cars from is this vending machine, the train spawner area. Everything is free. The locos, the cars, the passenger stuff, Amtrak and Rock Island and a couple of Seaboard Coastline stuff. Everything is free. It all starts when you spawn any train. For instance, let's say we'll spawn in this, I think this is the Bessemer and Lake Erie, BLE, SD40T tunnel motor, -2. BLE, actually, you know what, I think I'm wrong on the name. I'm thinking of Wheeling and Lake Erie, but they don't have that, I think, in this room yet. They're constantly updating the room. But we got a old school tunnel motor here. Bessemer. Oh yeah, I was right. Let's go. Bessemer and Lake Erie. BLE. So we got an old school tunnel motor, of course. Very famous because of the grill in the back. You can see right through it. Like as if it doesn't have any insides. They were built for I forgot what they were built for. They were especially built for heating and cooling, I think. Less prone to overheat, and the model is just amazing. I mean, yeah, they were built to withstand overheating and more cooling, I think, if I remember. So the first thing you got to do is, if you don't know how to operate any of these locomotives, the first thing you got to do is, see, I'm on PlayStation, so I got to press my tips button, the big square button, to individually select what I want to click on. First thing you got to do is find the locomotive address. Usually it's going to be the locomotive road number. So for instance, it is 910, and then I click R2. When the address lights up green, that means you're officially connected to it, which means you can do anything with it, anything you want with it. You can turn off the address because you don't need that anymore. You can turn on the lights. Lights fully work. Got a little light bounce off the ground too, which is what I love. Horn and bell work too. Got a good old sounding Nathan P3. I think that's an old cast P3 because the new casts are kind of low pitch. So, I think this is an XSP SD40T tunnel motor because of the P3. SP had P3s, and then I think DRGW had P3s on theirs too. back in the day. It's either former DRGW or XSP. I don't know which one. It doesn't actually say. Some of them actually do say that they're X, like for instance, right here, this X Illinois Central SD70. It'll tell you if it's former railroad or not. But for this BLE unit, I don't know if it is or not. But I'm just gonna say it's maybe XSP. Also, to scroll on the to scroll down the list of locomotives and cars, what you have to do is you kind of for me you kind of gotta go in a wheel circle, so around the keypad. So you gotta go like this, and you can kind of see the list move too. So to go down, you gotta scroll right in a right circular motion, and then you want to go back up the list. You gotta go up back this way, back the opposite way for left, a left circular motion. And then of course to you can go forward, you can go backwards. The lights do change to the rear for the direction. They change for the direction you want to go, so that's cool. And of course to move, you just gotta, for me it's up on the D-pad, and then if you want to stop or slow down, it's down on the D-pad. So, and you can hear the engine notch up too. Like that sounds like that's in notch 2 right there, and then notch 3. Yeah. And then of course, if you want, you can spawn another you can spawn another locomotive. However, the only thing I have not figured out yet is how you despawn. If you guys know how to despawn in the warehouse server, please let me know. Also, the best part is that you get your own private server. So when you log in, you have your own private server. If no one's on your friends list, they can't join you. Simple. If they're on your friends list and you both like trains, you can join off of each other. But again, if you're not friends with a person, then you can't join them in their private servers. So that's the good thing. So no one can join me. Yeah, you can spawn in more if you want. Oh, striped SD40-2W for a CN unit? What does that look like? Oh, okay. Okay, got you. It's just basically an SD40-2, but with a wide cab. That's what the W stands for. Because CN is well known for modding and upgrading their locomotives in a weird way. You can't multi-unit. That's the one thing. For console, you can't multi-unit. However, on PC, my good friend Hunter Johnson 2001, go follow him or subscribe to him on YouTube. He can multi-unit because he plays on his laptop. I'm on console. Unfortunately, I can't do that. So if I connected these two together, the multi-unit option does not work. So if I were to, for instance, connect to this SD40 without even trying to multi-unit, you can't even move. Like, watch when I couple up. Right? I coupled up. You can't move. You can try, but you won't. Because you're only connected to one of these units, not the other. The other stays idle. So you can uncouple, of course, just by tapping on the coupler. Can you put an EOT on a locomotive just like for a light move? Can I do that? Oh, okay, I guess not on the locomotive. I've seen them do that before, like on a light move. Just connect the EOT to a coupler. Maybe not for one single locomotive, but maybe two. too as a light move. You can put EOTs on the ends of couplers. Um, oops. We're just gonna leave you here, like so. All right, we're good. For instance, I can put an EOT on this tank car, like that. Boom. That's all you got to do. You can put it. It doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be even coupled up to anything. You can just put it on anywhere, but it kind of wouldn't make sense if you're not, picking up the car. So yeah, you can put EOT. That's just an example, of course. You can put that. I put that on all the ends of my cars or my cuts, basically. You can't put a flag down. That's the other thing you could do. Like what some locals will probably do is they'll put a flag on at the rear instead of an EOT. Maybe because they don't need it really. Um, but yeah, for the local, so yeah, you can put an EOT on an end of a car. You can only on console. You can only control one locomotive at a time. You can't control multiple. Your friends can join you, um, because when you log in, of course, you have your own private server right off the bat. You don't have to pay for anything, which is really cool. Everything's free. It's a huge layout too. You got a main line. Oh, you got a main line. You have 15 industries um, around the entire layout. Come on, get over the wall. Get over the wall. Get over the wall. There we go. There's also a short line. The short line is over here. Because that's the interchange point where the Y is at with the LY. So back here along this whole entire area is a short line. These are the two main lines right here. So don't worry about these tracks. So yeah, there is a short line back here. You can even spawn at the short line yard. Ooh, look at that, a little CSX Jeep. You can also open roofs to see if there's any locomotives inside, like this one. Yeah, you can open roofs on some buildings. So yeah, this is the little short line industrial complex back here. It goes from up here down, snakes down back that way towards the yard of LY where I was just at, and then it snakes back here to a steel mill, or not a steel mill, a lumber industry and Cargill, a little grain loading industry as well. Some industries do have their names on it. Cargill has the name on it right here. And then this is the lumber industry I was talking about. And then, oh yeah, I almost keep forgetting. There's a little loading area back here. I keep forgetting. It's like a branch line, basically. I think this is a phosphate loader. Yeah, because these are CSX type phosphate cars. I recognize those from a particular person I watch on YouTube that's been rail fanning since the 90s. If you know who I'm talking about, he's out in Florida. Let's just say that. But yeah, that's the warehouse. Also, oh yeah, before I forget, you can also do this at nighttime. You can actually turn off the lights in the warehouse, believe it or not. All you got to do is behind the vending machine, you see this plug right here plugged into the wall. Walk up to it and just click on it. It shuts off all the lights in the warehouse. That way you can actually do this at nighttime. You can like work at nighttime if you want. And the signals, of course, glow in the dark, like in real life. They light up in the dark. None of these signals along the entire uh, server turn off. They stay lit. Yeah, you can work at nighttime. Look how bright that is. The light's got some distance too. Love it, man. Look how bright that is at nighttime compared to daytime. You can run long hood forward, short hood forward. Uh, yeah. You got realistic bells and horns, just like the real world. And all the horns and bells are proper for every single locomotive. They're actually the right ones. They're all proper. So if I have a GEVO, you would hear maybe a K5HL. If I have an EMD, you'd probably hear like a K3LA or something. This one has a P3. I think I know it's a P3, but I don't know which version it is. It's either an old cast or a new cast. The difference is in the pitch. If the pitch sounds more high, it's an old cast. If it sounds more low, it's a new cast. But I try not to get too mixed up with them. I just call them a P3 and then that's it. So yeah, you can also see, yeah, there's teleports, different spawn areas. I wouldn't recommend shortcutting to the dispatch room because you'll end up actually getting a little bit of lag from that. So don't do that. Just go back to the spawn because it takes you back to the room that you were in before. And then you can walk into the dispatcher's room. So we spawned at the short line yard. LY yard is this one that I'm standing right next to. The class yard is over here on the other side of the layout. Believe it or not, there's also a little intermodal facility that you can work and pick up cars from. So this is a little class yard. Not that big, you know, pretty decent sized. You don't have to also spawn in different locomotives from the vending machine over there. You can actually literally, if there's a locomotive at a yard spawned already, right here, like this GEVO, you can literally connect to it. Like so. That easy. And then you can drive it. It'll disconnect you from the other one you were operating. But yeah, you can literally spawn and go. Oh, this is a Dash 9. This is the Dash 9 actually in its new Oh, it's got the K3LA modeled on the top too. It's kind of hard to see, but I can see it. Yeah, so this is actually a Dash 9 in the Heritage 3 scheme, 5032. And you can literally look up these locomotives in real life, and yes, they actually have the proper paint scheme. So if I were to look at BNSF 5032, right? This is the H3. It's a Dash 9 in real life. Let me see. And it is in Heritage 3 scheme. Got a lot of older pictures of it though, when it was back in H2. Let me see more recent. Oh, they don't have really any recents on railpictures.net. Pacific Surfliner guy, hello, what's good, man? How you doing? So yeah, I'm gonna guess this was just repainted because the it goes up to 2013 with the pictures. Yep, H3-9. There's a couple of dash nines in real life that are painted like this, and they're in H3. So I'll take it and say that this one is in H3. Um, who knows? I may have caught this unit before. But yeah, and then the last thing I will show you guys is the dispatcher room. Now, again, I don't recommend literally spawning right into the dispatcher's room because you'll get some lag. Okay? Go back to the spawn, and then all you gotta do is go right into this room. It's the last room before you hit the warehouse door. Okay? Now, this is old 1950s style dispatching, from what it looks to be. By the way, I saw a Dash 9 BNSF with hold on one sec. Let me see what you said. Some of you guys' comments do cut off still. I saw a Dash 9 BNSF with a DPU. Oh, nice. Pacific Surfliner, that's what's up. Um, so yeah, this is a old, like I said, it's an old 50s style dispatcher board. This is not a computer at all. Nah, they didn't have computers back in the 50s. So to set a route, here's what I'll do. So you can only go north or south. Northbound is if you're going towards Chesterton, and then back to LY. If you're going southbound, you're going from Chesterton to LY. So to set a route, the train spawner is down here, next to the north-facing signals. Like the train spawner track is not on the map, not on the dispatcher board because there's no signals governing it. So to set a route, you can literally set any signal aspect too. Like you got a clear, you can do approach limited, medium clear. I have not seen a limited approach before, but that's new to me. Restricting or a stop signal. So for instance, this is an example. So you can line up a northbound, you can give them a clear. Don't get it confused with these signals. These are for southbound facing, going that way. You want the northbound going that way. All right. You have control point names. You have a couple of local industry names, like Trespasso Industries, a little area where you work off of the main at Stingray, Steel Mill. Yeah, I know where all these parts are at too. If you've never been in here before, it'll take you a little bit of studying to know where everything's at. So I'll walk y'all through it. But let's say, for instance, you'll have someone stop at Chesterton before you hit the yard again, okay? I gotta count the signals as to how many you need to put until it stops. So if I put an AP limited here, it then usually goes to like an advanced approach. Okay. So you can put an approach limited here to tell them to get ready to start slowing down, or start slowing down now, like to 50 miles per hour. And then what I can do is put an advanced approach here. Um, put an approach down here at this signal. And it does show you the aspect too on the map. Like that's what an approach looks like on the signals too. Um, and then bring them to a stop here. You can leave the signal red, as they're supposed to stop here at this signal. Or you can give them a restricting. Give them a little lunar white aspect if you want to. And you can always change them back to the original aspect, okay? So then what we're going to do is now we're going to go out on the map and I'll show you guys what this looks like. All right, so we, for instance, lined someone up at LY, which is up here, the yard. Let me shortcut to it. There we go. So this signal up here, again, this is the train spawner track. The train spawner does not have any signals along it, so you won't see it on the map in the dispatch room. I've lined someone up on main track 1, and there you go. The signal is a clear. All the way through. This is main 1, okay? I call this main 2. This is main 1, next to the station. Main 2, farthest from the station. Alright? And so what we'll do is we'll just skip ahead of the layout, so everything should be set to a clear until about the auto ramp area, which is back over here somewhere. So yep, another clear set for the main. And then I'll get to that approach limited. I just gotta find it. I gotta remember where I put it at. So yeah, you have a clear. Following main track 1. Stingray. So this is Stingray. Oh yeah, we passed the steel mill. I'm sorry. I'll walk you guys through the areas of the map. So on the dispatcher board, the steel mill is up here. This is the steel mill. Okay. I always get it confused with this little grain loading industry because, well, this is not even on the main, actually. So don't get it confused with this grainer right here. This is the steel mill, and this is that dwarf for it. There is also a little scrap yard with a couple of gondolas as well in the area off the main track. The coal mine is up here. You have the actual control points as well on the signal bungalows along track side. So this is CP Will. This is the southern end of the coal mine. And then CP Jordan is the north end of the coal mine. So this is that. And then Stingray is around the corner here. This is that green for main 1 here. It's kind of confusing. Don't get it confused with main track 2. Main 2 signal is the one I just passed up there on the ground, not up in the air bracketed. Yeah, Stingray is here. This is Trespasso Industries. Again, another area where you can work. This one right here goes on the short line. Because you can see this one comes to a dead end. This one right here, this little industry, I don't know if they're part of them if this is also considered trespasso, but this is on the short line. And then moving along the map, all right, we come on down to the north end of the coal mine. We have good old B&O styled signals. I actually missed a signal. Hold on. Oops a daisies, I missed a northbound signal. Let me see, where is it? Stingray. Oh, never mind, I'm sorry. No, never mind, I didn't miss a signal. I keep forgetting. So, on this route, it's a mixture between B&O styled signals and the regular Darth Vaders you see nowadays, DVs. So this is an old B&O styled signal. This is just the one like in Train Sim World, like on Sandpatch Grade, if you guys know what I'm talking about, if you played Sandpatch Grade on Train Sim World. So this signal is, so how this works is, it's got a doll arm attached to it to let you know which track is which. So this is Jordan, okay? Don't get this signal confused with this track over here. This track is left alone. The rightmost signal controls this little track to get you back on the main line, okay? That's the rightmost signal for this track. The left governs main 2. I keep getting mixed up before, like every time I come in here. I always get mixed up with the signal. Because it does look confusing, because you know you got 3 tracks. But the signal for main 1 is up here. Alright, and then the auto ramp, so this is the auto ramp up here, where they load the cars. I put, I think, an approach limited up here. Yes, I did, you can see it. Yellow over flashing green. The gates also do work in this game. The bells turn on, the lights turn on, the gates go down, and they'll go back up once your whole train is passed. Very realistic. Okay? The Studio 311, give them a round of applause, okay? They did a very good job. And then the next signal around the corner, skipping down to this one, is an advance approach, double yellow, okay? Oh yeah, control points. Jeffries. Jeffries is back here, I think this one is called. I could be mistaken. I think this is Jeffries, right? Yep. Jeffries is the auto ramp area. So get over the wall. There you go. Then Hoosier Lift is the intermodal facility right up here. And you can role play. You can role play. If you guys want to play and role play with me on Roblox in the RO-Scale Warehouse USA server, you just let me know. Hit me up on Instagram, okay, that you want to play. Or Discord, whichever way. If you want to role play with me, by all means. Okay? But of course, I'll have rules. If you goof around, then you know I might kick you. But yeah. So Hoosier Lift. This is class yard. This is the intermodal yard. Continuing along main 1. around this bend. This is station number 2. This is the Amtrak station. This is the second one, okay? Um, there's this approach signal. Yep, the last one before you hit the red signal. This is Pickle. All right, little interlocking, and then you have a good amount of space between this signal and Chesterton up here. What I didn't point out to you guys yet is on main 2 only, there's a hand throw into this yard. On the dispatcher board, I don't know who that is. Who is this? Hold on. Denny A061. I don't know who that is. I'm about to log out in a minute, but this is blacked out on the dispatcher board because it's not a automated switch you can control. So this is a hand throw. So be careful to set this back to the main. Very important. Got a little Mao train right here too that always spawns here. This isn't, well, actually, this is not really a yard. It's more of a little siding plus a local industry. And then this is the red signal at Chesterton. Yep. All stops, all reds. And then I believe this is the third and final station right here with the blue caboose. Little platform too. So, and then it wraps around to the start again where those locomotives are. I don't know who that is. I'm not friends with them. I don't know. Yeah, it's weird because some people actually do end up finding a way to get into the private lobbies, into some of them. But okay, weird. So, yeah, that's it basically for the warehouse. Again, if you guys want to come and play with me, you just got to hit me up on Instagram or Discord. I would love to have you guys role play with me. You know, we'd probably be in like a call or something. I'd probably play as dispatcher, or someone else can play as dispatcher. Only if you know how to work the 50s style layout in here. So, also the switches. So, this is how you flip the switches. So, the N stands for normalized, okay? Normalized, and then the R stands for reversed, okay? So, if I wanted to line someone into the yard, right? What I would want to do is I would probably give them another approach signal down here at Chesterton. Okay. And then come back up here to LY South. And remember that short line interchange track, the Pillar Y. Pillar Y is the short line interchange area. All right, and I give them a restricting. Reverse this switch, and they're automatically lined up into the yard. And it tells you with the gray bar if it's lined up or not. So, switch is reversed for the yard, and there you go. So that's pretty much how you work this dispatcher board. I only know this because I've played a web game called Railroad Dispatcher. It's literally called Railroad Dispatcher. You're based off, I think, in a old signal tower or CTC area, and you like control a section based out on the what I believe is the what's this called? the stretch of track that goes past Washington D.C., right? Not the Northeast Corridor. Keystone Corridor. Yeah, I believe that's where the game is based off on. So, but yeah, that was a little rundown of the RO-Scale, the Warehouse USA lobby or server, whichever you want to call it. Um, let's set these signals back to stop, all reds. Make sure all these switches are good. Yep, all good. But hey, if you want to come in and play with me, I would love to I would be glad, and I would let you know if I have time or not. Um, like I said, that also goes back to the lack of uploads. Again, I am sorry, guys. I've been a busy man with life. And here's that blackout part right here. Remember that hand throw switch? That's why they blacked out this part. There's no signal or switch for it. Well, technically, there's a signal for it. You just gotta set this one to like a restricting to let someone know on main 2 that the switch is coming up and just be ready for it. Just go slow. So this is why that's blacked out, because that hand throw into that little industry. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this little Roblox stream. Also, there's a back room right here, and it just leads to the bathroom. There's a little toilet with a little cat inside. Yeah, they put that in there just to be funny, and there's a dummy. Can you actually sit on the toilet? Kinda, but I never knew that there was a room right behind the dispatcher's room. You literally all you had to do is just turn around, but yeah. So thank you guys so much for watching this little Roblox stream. I'm gonna hop off and have some lunch. Again, the warehouse, 10 out of 10, okay? And it gives you the overview right here in this little picture. But with those CN units right there, you can only multi-unit on PC. You can't do it on console. Working dispatch room, private server benefits, 15 plus industries to work, and 3 stations along with it. And then more than 450 trains to choose from. Transition era updates, so they're they brought more classic stuff back. But yeah, I will catch y'all later in the next live stream. Please be sure to like and subscribe if you enjoyed it. We are 2 subscribers away from 300. And I thank you guys so much for that. It means a lot to me. And I'll be back soon with more uploads. Again, I don't know when. It's just going to be before this year is over, okay? I don't know if I'll be able to go back out rail fanning or not, because the weather's starting to change. It's going to start raining more. It's going to start getting colder too, and it's less daylight outside. But I'll do my best. Y'all have a great one. Take care. If I don't see you guys later again, peace. 3 chime out. Bye bye.